Hi guys, welcome to your audio recording of one of my new favorite books, The Dream, The Journey, Eternity and God by Sara, Landon, and Mike Dooley. And I do a lot of free stuff, as you guys know. If you want to join my weekly Money Miracles mailing list, you can go to salamour.com. That's SALAURMOR.com. I also have, when you sign up, by the way, you'll get the audio notes and the written notes for another one of my favorite books, Ramtha, the White Book. And you'll also get a free video on how to ease your money worries. I also have a $47 online course on my second book, the bestseller, The 9 Money Rules Millionaires Use. That's only $47. And if you want to get even more involved and create financial freedom, I have a Money Miracles membership on my website. You can take a look at that. And of course, if you want to sign up for your free prosperity coaching call for 30 minutes, you can do that on the homepage of my website, and even get into one-on-one coaching, one-on-one Money Miracles financial freedom coaching. I do a 3-month and longer prosperity coaching courses. So let's get into the dream, the journey, eternity, and God. So these are my highlights, and you may have had others, but these are mine. So in the introduction, you are of the divine, by the divine, and here for the divine, pure source energy. The eyes and the ears of God Almighty come alive in the dream of life, destined to consciously realize this for yourself and to live like you have never even imagined. Section 1, who is the council? It might be difficult for your human to comprehend, but you are us, ascended master beings, every single one of you who focused yourself into the human experience to be on the planet at this time. You're here for the expansion of your soul, for the expansion of consciousness. You're here to express yourselves and to have the experiences you want to have as you explore, play, and create. There's a dream within your heart that knows that peace, joy, love, harmony, well-being, and freedom is your divine inherent birthright. We cannot be more excited for you at this time, where you can live in a state of consciousness that you call heaven on earth, or a new earth. It is here for you now. It is available to each of you. There is something within you that knows, that remembers, that it's possible for you. Allow it in, allow it in, allow it in. And as you read this again and again and again, you will hear more every time. Every single one of you can tune into source, either through automatic writing or doing things that bring you joy and allow you to play and create in ways that are fun for you. For the enjoyment of self-discovery and expression, you're here to experience uniqueness, because your intelligence isn't coming from a memorization in the brain, it's coming from infinite intelligence. You are a force field of consciousness that is not limited to physical form or to a physical body. You are consciousness, you are source, you are light. You are that which you call God, and from the perspective of being one with source, as this force field of consciousness made up of particles of infinite creation that are always responding to you and your soul, your adventure began when you focused upon this human experience. You came from and still are pure source energy. You came from and still are pure consciousness. You came from and still are pure light. You came from and still are pure love. You have chosen to be here on earth during the greatest transformation of human consciousness that has ever occurred in any lifetime. In higher dimensions, there is only peace, joy, harmony, abundance, well-being, and freedom. But in lower dimensions, you may create experiences of lack, limitation, fear, struggle, and suffering. How will your human experience these higher levels of creation? More peace, more joy, more harmony, more abundance, more well-being, and more freedom. You go beyond lack and wanting. Everything you need shows up even before you know you need it. You live in such a flow, letting energy and light guide the way that is just coming to you. Think of us as the expanded version of you, the part of you that exists beyond time and space. Our highest words to you as you are experiencing this thing you call life are to live it to the fullest, live fully, love fully, and be all that you are in every moment. There are different levels of consciousness. Most who are in the human experience are in the third dimension, which, as we said, is the dimension of separation. In the fourth dimension, which is the dimension of transformation, you begin to understand that you can change your circumstances and conditions and heal from the past by elevating your thoughts. The fifth dimension is the dimension of pure love. It's what you call Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, or oneness consciousness. There are also the sixth, seventh, and eighth dimensions, which are more formless realities. We reside in these realms where we can still find a vibrational resonance to connect with you, especially when your vibration is high. From our perspective, it is all perfect, even while always expanding and becoming more. Indeed, if you're on a vacation and having a wonderful time, you know you're going to go home eventually, but you're having such a wonderful time. You enjoy your vacation. You enjoy your adventure. You know you're going to go home eventually, but right here, right now, in this moment, this vacation is the best thing going on, and that's how we want you to view your experience, as a grand vacation, a grand adventure of your making. We are beyond the illusion that you believe yourself to be. We're not better or more powerful than you. We simply have a grander perspective. Separation is an illusion. Unworthiness is an illusion. Grief is an illusion. Shame is an illusion. Fear is an illusion. It's all coming from a story you're telling yourself, from the thoughts that you're thinking. Some say life is about suffering. Some even think that their purpose for being is to suffer. And we tell you this couldn't be further from the truth. You think you came up with the question, but most every question that you ask is an inspiration that came through you from your higher self for the expansion of consciousness here on earth and beyond. Remember, you are creator within your own creation of your own reality. As you expand your awareness and consciousness, you will begin to perceive beyond your senses. You will come into knowing, which is a greater feeling state connected to the state of being, and you will understand the difference of creating from that place and that level of alignment to source. Being on the planet at the specific time, awakening to truth and coming into realization is your purpose. Section 2, the dream. Now, there is a grand plan here. There is a master plan. If we could summarize it for you, we would say the plan is for expansion. We would say that the greatest dream for you and your greatest opportunity here is to fully embody the source energy, God consciousness. In this, you will experience more fun, more magic, more miracles. It is the state of consciousness where grand and glorious manifestations come to you out of the blue, and people, ideas, and inspiration show up that can take your life to another level. We assure you the dream of heaven on earth is just as available to anyone and everyone who is choosing it here, as it is a reality in higher dimensions. Yet you have forgotten that you can choose. You're creating your own reality of limitation through your beliefs. So in essence, you're beholden to time. Go into an awareness, a dimension of consciousness where you perceive yourself beyond the limitation of time and space. There is a place of absolute flow and ease, a state of consciousness where you know beyond a doubt that you are reaching your destination at the perfect time. The first step is to become aware of the level of consciousness from which you are perceiving something. Are you perceiving it from the limited human perspective or from the grander perspective? When you begin to understand that you are the creator of your reality, you will also understand that you can also create realities that you can imagine and believe is possible. Consciousness is what moves energy into form. It is the formula for all creation. Allow yourself into the awareness of this perspective and say to yourself, okay, I don't have to figure out how this is going to work. I don't have to force or effort here. I'm just going to elevate myself into a place of joy, freedom, feeling good, being at peace, going with the flow, and letting the energy and the light guide the way. The formula for creation is consciousness moves energy into form. Everything is energy. When you begin to understand that there's something beyond your human that's always guiding you, that there is energy and light guiding you, and a higher intelligence that is inspiring your dreams and drawing you into something more, something greater, you will begin to understand so-called divine will, and you will allow it to work for you in your life. How might you have experienced even more sooner? By fully opening to all that you are and letting the source energy and the God consciousness that you are be what guides and lights the way for you. This is the energy that creates worlds and is the energy that creates your world. When asked, what is my purpose? We respond, what do you most want? Is it peace or freedom or love or joy or beauty or wealth or abundance? Or is it a combination of these? Whatever it might be, your purpose is in every moment is to bring yourself into that state. And in doing so, the world around you will reflect that back to you. Divine will is within you. It's a part of you, and it's always leading you and guiding you. It will never let you down. It will never disappoint. Nothing and no one ever dies. Everything is a continuation and expansion. Every single one of you can create the reality you wish to experience. So if something terrible is happening right now in someone else's reality, is it your reality? Only if you focus upon it and give it meaning in your reality is it part of your reality. What you focused on and giving meaning to now is what's creating your reality. The reason you often fight for your limitations or the traumas and dramas of the past is because you don't know who you would be without them. You've been focused for so long in that reality that you have no idea what your reality could be. And we assume that a reality of more peace and joy and love and harmony and beauty and well-being and abundance and freedom is available to you now and in every moment beyond, if it is your choosing. If you want to create a world where there is more peace, more joy, more harmony, more love, more abundance, more freedom, more well-being, you do it by going higher. Focus on the higher perspective with forgiveness and love. Anyone choosing to be on the planet at this time can come fully into enlightenment and embody the master that they are while still in form. Being a master in human form simply means living as a realized being. You realize yourself as more than just human. You realize yourself as all that is, as source, as God, as light, as the divine, and you realize the dream in your heart for heaven on earth, for peace, for joy, for love, for harmony, for well-being, for abundance, for beauty, and for freedom for all. This experience is meant to be so very fun. You're here to play and create and enjoy and evolve and expand and come deeper into the realization of all that you are along the way. If you believe you're being tested, you will continually draw experiences into your reality that feel like tests. If you believe that you're here to learn lessons, you will continue to draw lessons. The truth is that you're a vibrational being. The truth is you bring your vibration and a frequency everywhere you go. You came here to first remember the dream in your heart and then to live it, because in the living of it, you are seeding humanity with new potentials and possibilities that will forever change the human experience and what is possible in this experience. This is how important you are. Section 3, the journey. Ultimately, your highest potential is to come into the realization that you are creator within your own creation of reality. In every moment, you're either choosing fear or choosing love. Which is your highest potential? Love. The same question applies to lack or abundance. Which do you think is your highest potential? Which would you choose? Of course, you would choose abundance. If you were to ask us what success looks like in the human experience, we again remind you it's your level of joy. How much joy are you experiencing in every area of your life? You're here for expansion, and all experiences serve in this. From the highest level of consciousness, you get more of what you are, not more of what you want. So as you focus on joy and do the things that bring you joy and feel joyful, you will get even more joy. The formula for creation is consciousness moves energy into form. It's all to avoid the unwanted, yet they don't realize their entire focus is on the unwanted. So, as powerful creatures in their own creation, the particles of infinite creation continue to organize in their reality as more unwanted experiences. This is where you and our readers are going now. You're going beyond the desire to manifest something out there because of the lack, limitation, fear, not enoughness, and separation that you're feeling inside you. The next evolution of creation is about you coming into absolute fullness and wholeness, into your alignment with joy, love, abundance, well-being, happiness, freedom, beauty, and richness. Let's say you are in a situation where you do not have the money you think you need or want in this earthly existence. Because we recognize you need money in your world, and you start to look around, you think, well, those people have more money than I do. If I had that amount of money, then I would be happy. You are sitting there in a vibration of lack, thinking you have to go out there and get it, that you have to bring it to you or chase the money down until you finally get it. That is one way of getting what you want in lower dimensions of consciousness. However, because you never aligned with the state of abundance, even if you get the money or whatever it is you're pursuing, you're very likely to continue experiencing lack and limitation. You will find yourself constantly chasing after something outside of you, and you never feel the freedom, abundance, and well-being that you thought you would once you got what you thought you wanted. Everything you wish to be, you already are. Align to this and create from there. Then your creations and manifestations will be coming from the highest levels. What can I do right now that would bring me joy is the best question to ask. Just ask yourself, what would feel good? What would bring me joy? What would I love to do? When you create from lack, limitation, fear, and not enoughness, you only get more of the same. So you might create the big house, the boat, and a huge bank account, but you will live in fear of losing it because you created from the 3D perspective. Every time you notice that you're trying to push or force something, stop, slow down, breathe, and come into the moment and choose the perspective that this is for you. Then ask, what would bring me more joy, or how can I bring more play, more fun, more creativity to this? What do you want for the people that you love? What do you want to give them? Happiness, peace, love. Well, you cannot give what you do not have. None of what you accomplish in the external world is who you really are. If you think of your purpose as being a conduit for source energy in the world, the more you open to source energy and express who you are and allow it into your creations, the more you will be living your purpose. You call this shining your light. You believe your purpose is what you do in the world rather than who you are. There is a very big difference. Let me repeat that. You believe your purpose is what you do in the world rather than who you are. There's a very big difference. When you know that you are worthy and have always been, you will do the things that bring you joy. You will play and create, fully living your purpose along the way, contributing to the elevation of consciousness and the raising of vibration by doing what you love. What are you supposed to do? Do the things that bring you joy. Sleep, rest, read a book, go for a walk, talk to your favorite person, have a cup of tea, eat a beautiful meal, grow a garden, smell the roses. Inspiration, creativity, enthusiasm will all be realized by you in these states and doing what's joyful and grateful and what you love. The voice in the head that says I can't or I shouldn't isn't what they came to learn. That message is just a belief system that they picked up along the way. First of all, you are in an experience of free will, which means that nothing outside of you can choose for you. If you choose to believe that you're not good enough, not loved, not worthy, a victim of life circumstances, that terrible things happen to you, then nothing ever works out for you. And that life is not fair, then you will hold yourself in a level of consciousness and density of vibration where you indeed experience suffering. When you create and recreate the story that life is difficult and a struggle, and it's bad and bad things are happening, and the bad people out there, and you continue to focus on it, you are creating more suffering for yourself and more suffering in the world. Our response is always the same. You will always cause your own suffering when you think you know what another soul's journey should be. Everything is always happening for all of you. Is it God causing the suffering in the world? No, it's the belief in the separation from God, from the God within you, the God within all others, and the God within everything that is creating the suffering. The greatest contribution you can make is to elevate your consciousness and your vibration into joy, peace, love, abundance, harmony, freedom, well-being, and beauty. The more you elevate your consciousness, the more you are positively contributing to and elevating the consciousness of all of humanity. You have been trained for so long to think that if you want to receive, you got to give more and more and more. So many of you are just giving and giving and giving, yet you never open up to receive. You don't allow yourself to receive. So open yourself up to receiving. There's a vast amount of wealth, abundance, and prosperity and resources here for you when you start allowing yourself to receive. Most of you have heard stories from people who have survived car crashes, and they will tell you that just before the crash, reality seemed to slow down. They may tell you they sensed reality unfolding in terms of milliseconds before it happened. However, because of their intense focus and because they weren't distracted and because they let go of resistance, they were able to summon source energy, the source energy they needed to respond. And even if that person didn't have time to say out loud and consciously, angels, please help me here, in that moment, that is precisely what their energy field, their force field was communicating. They were able to let go of the resistance and summon source energy, and angels assisted. Section 4, eternity. The question was, I'm still looking for traction to make what I feel is headway to raising my vibration and being realized, self-realized. I feel I need to do something. And I know that you say to allow, but can you share a little more? For example, how does adjusting sleep and sleep-wake cycles connect to raising one's vibration? We ask you the question, how would a master live his or her life? You have adopted within these systems, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you think about your ascended master self, it doesn't sleep at all. Your ascended master self does not need anything outside of you for rejuvenation and nourishment. There are some that live on the planet at this time that have gotten to this place where they are so in alignment with the natural rhythm to fuel you the way you intended that they don't consume food or water. They practice things like sun gazing, which is peering into the sun at certain times of day when you're actually receiving energetic nourishment through the sun that feeds you. But most of you aren't even awake at that time. And if you are looking at the sun, you're not doing it understanding the intention behind what's available to you. So much of what gets your attention in the outer world in terms of injustice, however, is just a distraction to realizing the power within you. Your human senses are only ever available to perceive a tiny sliver of reality. Yet, because of this sheer allure and intensity, you can understand why most people are unable to begin feeling for the truth of who they really are. You're a feeling being. You're a vibration. You're a frequency. You are light. As you begin perceiving this aspect of you, you will draw to you more experiences where you know the truth of this. Our highest words to you are an eternal being of light and love. You will continue your journey through higher levels of consciousness, far beyond this physical experience. Bring the eternal light and love that you are into this physical experience. Play and create and have fun, as the dolphins have reminded you to do. Section 5, God. When your human mind feels overwhelmed by all there is to do, because in the doing there is always more and more to be done, tune into that state of being where all things are done through you. Go within and tune in to source energy. As we have said previously, God does not have a personality. God is pure source energy. God is light. God is love. God is vibration. God is freedom. God is the power that can do anything. Humanity's consciousness is rising. God is eternal and ever present, and you're either allowing God consciousness or you're denying it. Perceive and move yourself into an awareness that you are much more than this physical body and much more than the physical senses can perceive. The more you elevate your consciousness into these realms of infinite possibility and sense beyond the limitations in the human experience, the more you will experience your God consciousness. Prayers are a form of focusing particles of infinite creation on intended outcomes. However, many of you pray for from a place of lack or separation. You pray to some force or thing outside of you, believing that you don't have the power. Envisioning, meditating, prayer, gratitude, appreciation, anything where you are tuning into and perceiving the source energy that is you and is within you and always available to you can be incredibly helpful for you on your journey through consciousness. These actions will expand the potentials and possibilities within your experience, making the miracles you are praying for even more possible. We understand that there's a balance between flow and important obligations, such as picking up your daughter at a certain time. And yet, even then, you may be holding yourself in a belief of lack or limitation. For example, you might say, if I don't pick her up at the right time, she won't be safe. Or I'm a bad parent if I'm not on time. Many people end up rushing around to do certain things at certain times because of their stories. Living your life to the fullest and living your highest potential. This is the most important thing you can do to serve at this time. Live fully, love fully, be all that you are. Question, would you go so far as to say that enlightenment, as you've described it, is every human soul? Indeed, we refer to it as realization, which is coming into the realization of the truth of who you are and integrating every part of you. When you access that source energy, that infinite power that you are, then you live in such a flow with life that you don't need or want for anything because you know you're connected to everything. We speak of the new earth as a place where there is peace, joy, love, harmony, abundance, well-being, and freedom for all. It is here for your choosing now, and you are choosing it every time you elevate yourself beyond lack, limitation, fear, and separation. So when you tune in, ask, what could I do right now that would bring me joy? When we say you are creator within your own creation, that means you are creation. You can create your life the way you want it to be. So if you want an experience of life where everything feels in the flow and you can feel a sense of freedom and abundance like never before, and to experience your days as fun and joyful and effortless, then choose to open and allow that energy. Here's an example of what this might look like. Let's say that you have some business responsibilities that you want to get done today, but you also want to go for a run, have some quiet time for yourself and some quality time with your family. Most of these items won't have to be done at a specific time, but for any that do, put them into your calendar. Then with this awareness and considering what is left on your list, as you begin your day, ask, what on this list could I do that will bring me joy? Creating more joy is a continuous process of tuning into where the energy and light is guiding you and choosing that. You have unlimited potential and infinite possibilities. What you are focused on is creating your reality. So if you really are focused on coming into the realization of yourself as an enlightened master, and that's what you focus on, then it is about drawing that reality through you. Part of the reason you enjoy vacations and traveling to new places so much is because you leave your familiar environment and go into the new. Thus, you may perceive yourself very differently when you travel because you are experiencing yourself beyond much of the lack and limitation of your normal routines. Come into full and total alignment with peace within you because you are peace. Peace is what you are. You only get more of what you are, not what you want. You have far greater senses within your field of consciousness than you allow because you're still trying to focus a particular agenda when and how you think it should be. You can absolutely have everything you want, but you don't have to go down into lack and limitation to create more of what you are. Let go of your doubt and your need to prove it to yourself in order to know yourself as the God that you are. We understand you want to get into an expanded creational field. You want to get into your force field of creation. So when you wake up in the morning throughout your day, ask yourself, what do I want to feel? What do I choose? What do I want more of? If it's ecstasy, then take a few moments to focus yourself and every cell of your body into ecstasy until you feel that ecstasy within you and all around you as far as you can see until you feel your light shining brightly. Then within that light, infuse every particle within the frequency of ecstasy or peace or harmony or abundance or prosperity or freedom or all-knowingness. Just choose to remember that everything in the human experience is serving in your enlightenment, which is why you are here. You cannot find realization through the brain. You cannot find enlightenment through the mental mind. The more open and allowing you are, the more frequency and vibration you're allowing through you, the more access to awareness and consciousness that you have, and the more power. Greater your innocence, the more impeccable your power. We honored the desires of your personality and what it would like to experience. Your soul's desires are also for greater expression, expressing more of who you are, fuller expression of all that you are in physical form. We would say is that your soul's desires are also about experience. What do I want to experience more of? Because from there's no separation, there's no gap. It's already there. What do you want more of? I want more freedom, love, abundance, well-being, joy, adventure, passion, inspiration, creativity, beauty, and fun. Allow your worthiness to be known by you. Are you worthy of it all coming to you with ease? Are you worthy of doing what you love and having everything else figured out? Are you worthy of doing what you most enjoy doing for you? It doesn't matter if anyone else approves or likes it. When you come across another that you might have wanted to fix or help, now you go, what do I most want more of in the experience? Maybe the person is suffering and you just want them to feel peace. Instead of trying to figure it out for them, you feel peace within yourself. The only way you can bring peace in the world is through you. Everything you wish to be, you already are. It is all within you. It always has been. It always will be. When your physical senses are inundated so strongly with data that you are not the pure bliss that you have felt yourself to be, you begin to perceive yourself in limitation. There are those, however, when not in resistance at any age, who do have those spontaneous experiences. And remember, I am not these limitations that I learned to be. Conclusion. The Great Awakening is here, and it's now, and there's no turning back. It's going to send a wave through every corner of this earth and this planet. You are now needed more than ever to be all that you are and to live your life fully and to love fully. We will leave each and every one of you with these words. You've got this. You don't have to wait anymore for anything else. Just open to and allow all that you are. Keep letting it in. At some point very soon, you're going to have a moment where you will see it all so very clearly. You're going to say, I've got this. Oh, now I've got this. I get it. Wow. I made it so much more difficult than it needed to be. And you will smile knowing that it was all perfect. We are here on our side because we promised we would be so that you would never forget the truth within you. We have shared a great amount of information with you, and there's so much more to come. We remind you that you are everything you wish to be. You are always with you. We are always available to you. We love you, we love you, we love you. And with that, we are complete. So that was the end of my audio notes of The Dream, the Journey, Eternity and God by Sara, Landon, and Mike Dooley. If you liked, please like this YouTube video. If you want more, please subscribe to my email list at salamour.com. That's SALAURMOR.com. And sign up for all the free goings on. I have all my information on my website. I also have a very low priced course for $47, an online course called The 9 Money Rules a Millionaires Use course. And that is available online. And I have my Money Miracles membership where you could win 3 months of free coaching. You have access to an amazing community on Facebook called Financial Freedom Can Be Yours, where I post a daily video, and other members of the membership, which have manifested $1,649,000 as of today. as of this reading and writing, and they are just amazing. And I'd love for you to join that community and add to that Money Miracles Manifestations. So thanks for listening. And remember, I believe in you.